morning. Been a while. Saturday, July 19th, 9:49 in the AM. We have a nasty, rainy, beautiful day here. Just did my first order of the day, $9.50 for 4.8 miles. Jerry's Cafe, local little breakfast spot. I have a colleague today.
Yeah.
My nephew Colby wanted to come along for a ride to see how all this works behind the scenes. You know, this big production that I got going on here. Haven't been online much lately. Obviously, haven't posted much. Peyton had her eye surgeries. They went well. Maybe I'll add a couple videos that I took here at the end of this so you can kind of see the aftermath. She's doing fine. It's been a little over a week since she had her surgeries. She can see out of both eyes without glasses now. So she's a happy kid. She's with her grandmother this weekend. And Daddy is going to be working. So $9.50 for 4.8 miles. I'm going to cut this short because we're getting back towards the restaurants. And there'll be more to come. Back at Jerry's Cafe. Excuse me. $15 for 6.8 miles. So we just had the nightmare order of the century. I knew I shouldn't have taken it when I took it, and I took it. Mind you, it's been pouring down rain here for 2 hours now. I took an order which turned into a double order for the same person for McDonald's. It was $9.09 or 9 something for 2.8 miles. $9.09 for 2.8 miles. I saw where it was going. It was going towards these soccer fields out here in this rainstorm. So I knew, part of me knew, that it was going to be delivered to a bunch of people out in all these soccer fields in the pouring rain, and it was going to be impossible to find them. But for some reason, I accepted it, thinking, you know what, maybe it won't be that bad. So I accepted it, and then I got an add-on a minute later, same customer, another $5. Sorry about the Grubhub. So number one, I get to McDonald's, and there's like 4 soccer teams already in this McDonald's, and it's an absolute zoo. A smart person would have been like, I'm not wasting my time, I'm canceling these and just gonna move on. But me being a dumb person, I decided to wait. So after about 10 minutes, they gave me the small order, which was the one that came in second, the little $5 order, and I marked it picked up, which was a mistake. The second order wasn't ready for like another 20 minutes. So I'd already been at this McDonald's for 30 minutes, and it had been about 40 minutes since I accepted the order. So finally I get both orders, and I get out to this sports complex, and it's exactly what I thought it might be. The instructions were incredibly vague. He said he was in a black inflatable. Mind you, there's thousands of people in these soccer fields. All of them have canopies, all different colors. Multiple people have black ones. So that doesn't narrow it down. So I get out there, and there's just lines of cars everywhere trying to get around. And I call him, I'm like, hey, where exactly are you at? Because I'm in line for all this traffic, and if I'm close, I want to be able to just hand it to you instead of having to sit in all this traffic to get closer to the fields. Doesn't speak much English, not a big deal, but it is when you're trying to find somebody. So I'm like, whatever. I do a U-turn and get out of that traffic, and I go around to the drive out a smaller road around to the back of the fields, less traffic at least. I'm driving in a mud pit trying to find this guy, and it's on a slant, and it's pouring rain. It's still pouring rain. It's pouring. My nephew's still with me. He thinks it's hilarious.
It's terrible.
Oh shit. Hard that. So I'm on this slant, and it's a mud pit that I'm driving through, literally, because all these cars are driving through it. And I start sliding sideways into these parked cars that are lined up along it. And I came about that far from just sliding into somebody's tailgate. And I didn't even have my foot on my gas. I was just sliding with the mud. It was crazy. Long story short, I left that area, came back around again, and I finally found the guy because he was by an Allstate big rig tractor trailer. So he's like, Allstate truck. I'm like, oh, I see the Allstate truck. Like, okay. So him and his family, they came running up to me, able to drop off the food. It has been over 1 hour since I accepted the order to make $14. So that's the story. Now I'm going to drop off my nephew because he's had enough DoorDash for a lifetime. And we will continue later. Back out here this evening. I made $105 this morning and this afternoon. I didn't record a whole lot with all the rain and stuff. It was just a pain. So I called it a shift, I guess you could say, about 2 o'clock, a little after 2 o'clock. Picked up lunch for me and the wife. My daughter's with her grandmother, and then I took a little nap. I finally came back out at 6 o'clock. It is 6:52 right now. I've gotten 0 offers on DoorDash. I'm still on the same schedule as I was earlier today. I never ended my dash. I just left it on. Every now and then this happens. I don't know what's happening. So I'm getting orders on Uber. It's not busy, but I'm getting orders on Uber, which is what I got now. Olive Garden, like 11:30 something for 6 miles. I've got 0 offers on DoorDash on a Saturday night between 6 and 7. It's just weird to me. Sometimes that happens, and it's like, I don't know if it's like they punish me. I don't know what's happening. So I actually ended the dash. And right when I ended the dash, it said it was busy and I could dash now. Average wait time 2 minutes. So I immediately started another dash, and it let me back on until 7:30. That was about 10 minutes ago. Still not a single offer. Got it on right now. 0 offers. So we'll see what happens. I got this Olive Garden, 11:30 something for 6 miles. I'm gonna drop this off, and if I'm not gonna get any DoorDash offers, it's not worth staying out. So we'll see what happens. I'm in a different part of town now, so maybe I'll get something. All right. Well, I finished that Olive Garden. Immediately after I ended the last clip, I got a Grubhub, a great one, a banger, $12 for like 1.1 miles. Just picked that up, dropped that off. Still no DoorDash orders, right? So I drop it off, take my picture, I go to walk back in my car. DoorDash finally goes off for the first time since I came back out at 6 o'clock. $8.50 for 4.3 miles for this Chinese restaurant. So, I don't know what was happening. I know it's not busy for a Saturday night, but I know it's not that dead. So, I don't know if something happens in this app to where sometimes people just get shut out and they don't send them nothing. You know, I don't have the highest acceptance rate, as you know, so maybe that's something to do with it. You know, when it's not busy, I think it actually sends, the offers to the people with the higher acceptance rates. But I know my ratings are higher than probably everybody else. My ratings are like a 4.98. I know all those people with the 50% and above acceptance rates, I bet their ratings are like 4.6, 4.7. Now, not that they're doing anything wrong, but because they're taking those less desirable orders, people that don't tip or tip very little. There's more than one reason to not accept those, and it's not just because they're low paying. It's because those are usually the customers that are going to try to scam you, try to get their food for free, be dishonest, try to say they didn't get their food when they did, that kind of thing. And they try to justify that by giving you like a 1-star review, and even though you did everything properly, you gave them all their food, you didn't do anything wrong. It's just there's shitty people out there. So if you cherry pick, you'll learn to find out that in most cases at least, your ratings will stay higher, because people that tip well are generally decent people that are looking out for you. So that's just the way it is. I've other dashers on YouTube and social media that say the same thing. It's like, it's not just about not getting tips, not getting money, only making $2 or $3 on an order. It's like, not only is that the case, that same customer that's not tipping you is going to try to scam you and get their food for free. So that's the shitty part about this job, but that's what we choose to deal with. So sorry about this camera angle. I got my other camera holder in the back seat. The wife took it off my visor because it was understandably so, because it's big and clunky and it was in the way. So she didn't want to sit in the front seat on the way to Chicago and back with that big thing in her face. So I'll try to remember when I pick up this order to hook it back up and you guys get a better angle looking at my handsome face. But China Express, that's where we're going. It's up here to the right. Right now we are at about $128. That'll put us at about $136 for the day. So we'll keep it moving. Hopefully it stays busy. All right, well, DoorDash seems to be functioning properly again. I finished that China Express order. Was $8.50 for 4.3 miles. And then I immediately got another one. A pizza place. Nothing crazy. $6.25 for like 2.8 miles. Knocked that out. And now, as you can see, we're at Beefaroo. This one is a Grubhub. 10 something for 5.3 miles. So we'll go in and grab this. I think this will put us over $150 for the day. I haven't really been keeping up. Bright blue skies. Humid as shit after all that rain we got this morning. It was humid before the rain too, but pretty nice and pleasant out now. I don't mind the heat. But I don't remember the name on this order, so I'll have to check that out. There we go. Is that better? All right. I got this Beefaroo picked up. I'm gonna go for a little ride. I'm gonna bring you with me. For those of you that don't know my area, this offer is going out technically. Excuse me, I'm still getting over a cough. Technically a Belvedere address, which is the next town over towards Chicago. Rockford is about 70 miles outside of Chicago, 70 miles northwest. Belvedere is about 6 or 7 miles east of Rockford. And there's some nice countryside along the way in between Rockford and Belvedere. So I will flip this camera around, give you some life updates, and bring you along with me. Beautiful sky on this Saturday evening. So a few reasons as to why I haven't been posting lately. For the most part, it's just been because I haven't been working so much. And a lot of that is because during the summertime, DoorDash cuts their scheduling openings. So at midnight, when I have my alarm set, I go to my app and I go to, as fast as I can, because it's like a race to get your slots in there. I get in there, and most mornings during the week at least, there's pretty much no morning shift available. It's just like 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. and then dinner shift for the most part. Or at least for me, it's been like 11 a.m. to midnight. So no morning shift. It's been obviously slower. Summertime is a little bit slower. That's normal. But that's one reason why I haven't been making as many videos. I just haven't been out working as much because I haven't been on the schedule, and I've just been doing other things. Dealing with this eye surgery stuff obviously is one of them. I've been sick myself, so I was literally bedridden for an entire day. I had such a bad fever back on Tuesday. It was brutal. And so yeah, there's a few reasons as to why I haven't really been posting any videos. Once again, I will be trying to get back into the swing of things. Peyton's surgery was a success. For those of you who haven't been following, she had lens implants in both eyes. She was born with cataracts, as was I. And she had cataract surgery when she was 9 months old in both eyes and had both cataracts removed. So that's why she's always had glasses, as you've seen in the videos, with pretty thick bifocals. She's getting a little older now, and she doesn't want to have to deal with, a lot of kids have glasses nowadays, so I don't think it's an issue like it used to be, at least when I was growing up. But, getting called four eyes and getting picked on for having glasses, it's still a little bit of a thing. So, she just wants to be able to see without having glasses, which I get it. I did the same thing. So, everything that she's gone through is what I went through. She's the exact same surgeries and everything. So, she had her lens implants. The only thing different with hers is that for the lens implant surgery, putting the lens in the eye, We did both eyes at the same time, just because it made sense. Didn't have to pay twice for anesthesia, twice for medical costs. And like, you basically be paying double to have two separate surgeries. Although we only have to pay like a little over $1,000 out of pocket. We already met our deductible for the year from when she broke her pinky, so it's still not crazy expensive, thank God. Our insurance is pretty good. Surgery was a success. It's been a little over a week now. She can see out of both eyes. It's not perfect yet. It starts off blurry, and it gradually gets better. We have to give her multiple eye drops every day. The healing process takes at least 2 to 3 weeks. But we went to the doctor yesterday, and she says everything's progressing beautifully and everything looks perfect, so that's a good thing. So I've been busy with that, dealing with all that stress, and back and forth to Chicago a couple times to see her doctor. So yeah, hopefully we're back to a little bit of normalcy here. School starts here in a few weeks. We'll be back on our normal routine. And for now, as you listen to the Grubhub chime, just enjoy this beautiful drive. I'm going to turn on the Cubs game here, so you might hear that in the background. I don't think I'll get copyrighted for that, but maybe. We'll see. Enjoy the ride.
Ball softly on the left side, cut off by Bruhan, running through to first. This time they get the speedy Rafaela. 2 away. Rafaela's full name is Sedan Chipper Nicasio Marte Rafaela.
Oh, that's a mouthful.
His mom was a big baseball fan. The most famous baseball
up here to the left is these soccer complexes I was telling you about earlier.
Played with Chipper Jones in Atlanta.
Sports Core. There's a bunch of, probably like a dozen soccer fields, maybe even more than that. A few baseball fields. There's tournaments out here. Tournaments out here every weekend, basically, in the summer. So there's always all these hotels in our small little town are pretty much always full. And they're always very expensive because there's always different sports teams that are here from all around the state in the Midwest. But it was a muddy mess out there today trying to deliver that order. Man. Turn left here. I still got like a mile and a half before I got to turn. It's pretty out right now. It's humid and not very comfortable out, but it's pretty. Been doing a little bit of fishing lately. Had some good days, had some bad days. Just a lot of smallmouth. Actually, we went fishing Thursday, me and Peyton. She caught her first catfish, and I actually snagged a snake. Maybe I'll add that to the end of the video so you guys can see it. Yeah, pretty crazy. Tucked in here out in the woods. A lot of really nice houses.
Stations to identify themselves on the score. The Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network. Listen to the Cubs game in FM quality at 104.3 HD2 FM on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network. We are WFCR.
Oh, I just missed my turn. It's literally right there. Let me shut this off. I didn't realize I was that close. Alright, well, I was planning on staying out a little longer. It is 8:19 p.m. But the wife just called me frantically because there is a spider in our bedroom. Whatever will we do with a spider in our bedroom? So I get to go be a hero, eliminate the spider. If you like my videos, please like, subscribe, and comment. Not a whole lot going on in this video. I apologize for that. Hopefully I can expand tomorrow and give you a little more content. But Excuse me. At least I got the camera turned back on. So we're finishing the night at $154. Not bad. Would have been a lot more if I wouldn't have gone home earlier, but wife needed to eat, and I needed a nap. I was tired as hell. So please like, comment, subscribe. I'll be back out here tomorrow all day, I believe, like 8:30 to midnight. I think I'm on the schedule for 8:30 a.m. to midnight, I believe. So we'll be out here grinding tomorrow. We'll do it all over again. It's supposed to be rainy again tomorrow, so hopefully that means it'll be busy. So we'll see you then.